I gave you all my love, and I wonder what you wanted it for.
Hi Nick, I officially welcome you to Spazio Rock, and this is your very first international interview as a new Gotthard singer. I think it's only right to give you all the room you need to introduce yourself. Who is Nic Maeder?
Well, he's the new singer of Gotthard, isn't he? Look, I'm just, I'm just a musician that's been, doing music for a very long time. Travelled a lot between Australia and Switzerland, and a long journey to get to this point in my life, really.
Tell us something about the auditions, for example.
Well, the auditions were, there was a process that started right at the beginning when they decided to get a new singer, and so it's been a very long process, and I think the very first thing is when because we had a common friend who said, look, it'd be good if you did this, and he told me, he said, oh, they'd really like to audition you. They've heard your CD. They really like to audition you. It wasn't true, and this sort of said the same thing to them. Said, oh, he'd really like to audition without me knowing, So he sort of organised it in a funny way. And the next thing I knew, I downloaded a song. I downloaded 3 songs from a website and recorded my voice on it. And and just sent it to them, and everything sort of started from there. And then a few months later, I came to Switzerland to visit family here, and tried to organise so I could meet the guys and do everything, and do an audition at the same time. So they were cool with that, and so we spent a few days doing the auditions. And then they wanted me to come back a week after that, so we did that again, and really went back to Australia, because I came 3 times this year, 3 times to Switzerland and Australia back. So it's been it's been long, And I went back to Australia, and I came back to do to spend 2 weeks together to write. To see how it would sound if I was in the band, what would the new songs sound like, So that was the idea of that, which is where we wrote "Remember It's Me." So it's the very first song that we did, and then after that we really went back to Australia again, and a few months later got the news, and now I'm here. So it's yeah.
Did you have positive or negative feelings during the selections?
I think a little bit of both. So some things I was happy with and thought, yeah, this could be good. Some things not so well. I think that the very first time that I heard my voice on recorded on their songs, I thought it could work. I thought it sounds, it works. Really, it fits. It fits the style, and I mean there were moments where you just don't know. I mean, there's so many people, auditioning, and sometimes I thought, I don't know if I was very good, And some moments I thought, oh no, this was good, So you sort of up and down, but they kept asking me to come back to do more. So that was a good sign, I thought, well, that's a pretty good sign.
We read that your piano voice performance of One Life, One Soul impressed the band. It's true.
That was I spent a bit of time with Leo as well, and in his house he's got a piano in his house, and I play a little bit of piano, and I was just playing a little bit, and he asked me, he said, oh, can you maybe you could do a song, do one of our songs on piano. Would you be able to? I thought, oh yeah, well maybe I could, yeah. And so in between, because there was a week between the first and second audition, so I went back home and I just learnt it a piano and practice and really learnt the song to sing and play the piano. Came back that week and we had a normal rehearsal, just sort of normal rock sort of songs and things. And right at the end of the rehearsal, I said, "Oh, well, I've been working on this. Have a listen." And
it seems like the TV program X Factor, or for example, the movie Rockstar.
I'd never done auditions before in my life. This was the first time I ever actually did auditions. I've always had my own bands and things, and so this was a really new experience and an interesting experience.
Tell us something about the best moment when you told Nic, you are the new Gotthard singer. How about your reaction?
Oh, that was pretty amazing. I had a gig in Melbourne. I was playing, and I'd finishing around about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was packing up my guitar and everything, and I just sat in the car and I got the phone call. But I knew that Leo was going to call me that night. He said, "Oh, look, I need to speak to you about something. I'm going to give you a call around." But I didn't know that was going to be the call. But I was just wow, So, I didn't sleep that night at all, and just really excited. And then the reality hits you as well. Where, I was thinking, oh my God, I've got so much to organise. I've got to do this and that, reorganise my life. I think in about 5 weeks. So I had to really, but it was amazing.
I am bringing you the feelings from Gotthard fans, and I can start by saying that you are getting a very warm welcome.
Yes.
Okay. The song "Remember It's Me" is wonderful, and you interpret it perfectly, just as Steve would do. So I express my sincere congratulations, first of all. Nobody expected such a great singer.
Oh, thank you. The welcoming has been amazing. I feel extremely lucky, very lucky that it really is a family. The whole Gotthard. The guys always talked. During the auditions, we talked a little bit about this sort of thing and about the how it is a big family. And I didn't realise how much it really was a massive family. And it's amazing. The welcome. I just feel really lucky. Yeah. And
now, are you ready for a live show? It is the real test for you.
Yeah, everything's a test. It was a test to get through the auditions. To get through every bit, and writing songs was a test to write together, to fit together. And then now, the first song. Doing a video clip, producing a song, and now we're making the album. There's another test, and then there's the live stuff, which will be another test. So it's I just try and focus on one bit at a time.
You will be compared to Steve forever and ever. Okay, what can I say? Do you feel under pressure about that, or does the comparison give you a boost?
I think a little bit of both, but there's definitely a lot of pressure, and I think one of the biggest things is because everybody is it's such a strong family, with everybody, and everybody's been so welcoming and so encouraging, and the band. I mean, everybody takes on this responsibility. It's not just all me, It's really it's everybody is sharing this, So it makes the pressure a lot easier. And but also I try not to think about that too much. I just focus on the work, because it's easy to get carried away, thinking about that too much. And so for me, it's just if I focus on the work that we have to do and just try and do my best, then I don't think about the pressure too much. But and really, I don't really look at it. I don't really look at it as a replacement. Mm-hmm. To me, it's more a continuation. Mm-hmm. It's more, okay, a new chapter. It's not really replacing. And that's the way we really see it in the band.
Did you know Steve?
No, not personally. No.
The other band members, especially Leo, whom I interviewed in September, when Homegrown was released, clearly stated that they were just not looking for a great singer, but for a great friend. Yeah. Okay, what do you think about that?
Yeah, that was a huge part of it. I think, and for us, I mean, from the beginning, you know, from day one, from the first audition, even there was a chemistry, you know, and we're all Swiss, you know, so it's I don't know. I think there was something cool there as well, you know, that we sort of, you know, like the same things or something. I don't know, but it's that was one of the things that attracted me the most to the band was the family, you know, and that was one of the things that because we talked a lot also during the auditions about this stuff, and you know, one of the things that they were saying is you'll be if you get the gig, you'll be getting a new family. I suppose it's one of those things that you know, everybody that plays, you know, or that plays in bands, you know, you start when you're young and you play with your best friends, you know, and you want to do that forever, you know, you want to. That's the dream, you know, to be doing music with your best friends and to, you know, and this is something that they've been able to do for so long, you know, they've maintained that, you know, and that to me was really, really important.
This is the goal to reach.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which role will you have in the band beside being the main singer? For example, you will be a songwriter for the band?
Yeah. We write. Well, that was another thing that worked really well with us was the songwriting. You know, and it's for me, songwriting is really, really important part of it, and music composition as well, not just lyrics. And we really just worked well together from the start. And I mean, we've already got, you know, pretty much enough songs for an album already, you know. So it's really working well, you know. So that's a huge part that, you know, I hope that I can bring that I can bring, you know, an extra colour, an extra flavour, you know.
Okay. What about the new album?
Well, it's going well. We've I think we even, you know, maybe a quarter of the way there, I think, you know. It's hopefully it should be released in spring.
Okay.
Yeah, in spring. Yeah. It is really a mixture of a lot of different things, you know, which I think it's Gotthard's always been a band that has, you know, a big variety of styles and things, you know. I mean, there's, you know, the real ballady stuff. There's really a lot of different flavours, you know. So that's definitely staying, you know. I think, I mean, even some of the songs are almost going back to really early Gotthard as well, and you know, I mean, there's really a mixture of a lot of things. So.
Well, thank you very much for this interview, Nic, and leave a message to all your Gotthard fans, the new Gotthard fans, and to Spazio Rock users. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, first of all, for the fans, I really want to thank you a lot. It means it's incredible, really. Thank you so much for the welcome. It really means a lot to me. Okay, well, hi to all the Spazio Rock fans, huh?
Thank you.
I gave you all